All right, guys, so here is everything. I'm gonna go step by step through what everything is, but I just broke it down into different macros. So we have our carbs over here, a little bit of veggies, and then a little bit more veggies for snacks and things like that. Then you've got all your proteins, very high protein shakes back here. My hydro jug, definitely recommend one of these if you struggle to get your water in. Super important and really easy. Get through 2 of them and it's a gallon. I'm just going to get right into it. We're going to go pretty quick. I just want to show you guys some tricks that I use when I'm doing macros. This is a huge one just because everyone's busy. I literally don't have kids or anything. All I have is that. And I still don't want to wait for rice to cook. So I'm a big 90-second fan on the pouches. I will do, notice how in an entire pouch it says there's 1 serving. So the serving size on these is a little bit confusing. So basically what I do is I'll scan the barcode in MyFitnessPal and I will take like half a cup, say is the serving, and I'll just divide 430 by 3 because there's 3 half cups in the pouch apparently. So that's kind of how I figured that out. Some of my favorites, whole grain with lentils and quinoa, just a little bit more protein. As you can see, a lot more protein in these than there would be in your typical, like jasmine rice or your typical white rice. But this is what I do for mostly for my carbs when I'm tracking. I usually don't do pastas. This is another really good breakfast if you're on the go. These are bagel thin, so they're a little bit thinner than a normal bagel, hence bagel thin. For 110 calories for 1 bagel, meaning both sides, I would toast it, and then you've got a little bit of protein, couple grams of carbs, 25 grams of carbs, and then what I'll do is I'll add 2 tablespoons of this whipped cream cheese. So you're at 160 calories there. You've got a good amount of carbs, but you're a little bit of protein for your breakfast. It's only 5 grams. Mix that with a protein shake, and you've got yourself a breakfast. Those are the bagel thins. They're in the bagel area at Wegmans. Over here, you've got, these are awesome. If you don't have a Wegmans, I'm really sorry, but any cauliflower rice will do. So these, it's essentially just cauliflower. There's some stuff mixed in, which is where you'll get some extra little calories. But for the most part, the calories are pretty awesome. For a 3/4 of a cup, you're getting 60 calories, a little bit of fat, a little bit of carb, a little bit of protein. In comparison to that of like a rice, you're going to get a lot more volume, meaning you can eat more for a lot less. Like 3/4 of a cup, it kind of is hard with the measuring, but you can see like, yeah, you're getting a little bit more protein with the rice, but a lot less carbs when you go with the cauliflower rice. So those are awesome. It's also a vegetable, so if you're big on those veggies, that's great. Other veggies, I love to just snack on these sugar snap peas. Again, the macros with these are like literally nothing. 7 grams of carbs for 3/4 of a cup, but that's for more like when I need more veggies and or I am starving and don't want to waste any calories. Huge in the air fryer. So the air fryer, great, literally with just salt and pepper. You can add a little olive oil. This is also amazing for the air fryer and any cooking. It's got 0 calories. I mean, I don't know what you think of a 1/4 second spray, but I mean, if you really want to measure the 0.25 grams, I just spray it on there, and it's great for the air fryer and for like cooking eggs and things like that. Cheese, there's a barcode down here, but any white American cheese is going to be fine. I really don't do too much of this. It's just really when I'm craving something, I like to have it on hand. Another thing that I add, by the way, to those bagels is this everything but the bagel seasoning. I put this on everything. Hence everything. But anyways, that's a really great option as well to spice up that breakfast if you get bored. Over here, then we've got our proteins. Okay, we're going to move right into those. You see there's tons of options for protein. One great little snack that I love to have is literally just these rolled up. So I'll do 2 or 3 ounces, and then that'll be, it's 50 calories for 2 ounces. So it'll be like 75 calories, and it gives you a nice little snack. You can add some cheese to it, but I usually just eat the turkey either with cheese or without, but no bread. Great way to get protein. This is kind of hit or miss. If you are a cottage cheese fan, you're going to be fine. A half of a cup is 80 calories and 12 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. I usually do this with a Wausau cracker, which these crackers are great for a nice lower carb option, but you're still getting that crunch. Again, if you don't have a Wegmans, I'm not sure where they carry this, but it's in the cracker area. I also can do peanut butter on this sometimes. That PB Fit's awesome. Again, this is just what I eat. So they're just little tricks. Wegmans also sells the Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt. Walmart has it, I'm sure. 80 calories, 12 grams of protein. Nice for a nice little treat. Sometimes if you have the room, you can add some little semi-sweet mini morsels, chocolate chips, to add a little crunch. Eggs, gotta have them. Little tip with this, when you're doing eggs, make sure if you're not hitting your protein, but you're eating eggs every morning, that you're having the egg, say we do 2 eggs, but you're also doing egg whites. Sometimes it can be a real waste of the yolk if you think about it. There's cartons of egg whites out there, but eggs are a great source of protein. You can add them into rice. You can do a lot with them, bake with them, like the banana egg recipes. I'm sure that people will share in the group for cookies, but don't forget about the white. That's where the protein comes from. The fat is good from the yolk, but in moderation, of course. Okay, so we got the eggs. Ground turkey, I do 94% lean, 6% fat. Mostly because I don't think I found anything leaner. And also a lot of this, you have to think about cost. I believe this was $9.99 and it's 2 pounds, I think. 3 pounds. It's 3 pounds of ground turkey. So what I'll do is I'll toss this in the freezer until I'm ready to prep it, and I'll cook it all at once in a big Tupperware, and then I'll just portion it out. For 3 ounces of cooked, you're going to have 130 calories. You're going to get 5 grams of fat. You're going to get 1 gram of carb and then 21 grams of protein. Great source of protein. And everybody knows chicken. I will take this big container and I will open it and I'll put either 1 or 2 breasts in like a Ziploc baggie and toss them in the freezer. So that way I'm not pulling it all out and or throwing it in the freezer and having it be just stuck and have to like break it open. My favorite way to get protein when life's moving quick. This is a great way to do that. These are Core Power. They are made from Fairlife. So if you've heard any rumors about Fairlife, I know they're not the greatest, but sometimes you got to pick your battles. So 170 grams per bottle. There's a little bit of fat and then a little bit of carb, but you're getting 26 grams of protein, which is actually a lot for a pre-made shake. Every time you look at a protein source or a shake or a bar like this, you'll see in the notes that I sent you, every time, yes, we're primarily getting protein, and yes, this is going to be a protein shake, protein source. You're going to have trace amounts of other things, so watch those numbers as you go up. So take these, use them for when you're busy. There's chocolate, vanilla, and then strawberry banana. Honestly, the taste is amazing. I gotta be honest. They're so good. So I stocked up with 6. I don't drink them every day, but like today I have calls all day. It'll probably be something that I can just toss back. I put them in the fridge. They're not refrigerated when you buy them. And then you got your protein powder. I am very indecisive, so I had to get both. So one thing about these, I'll talk about the isolate in a second, but the nice thing about getting 2 flavors is one I use in a blender bottle after my workouts and just to toss back. And the other one I use to like bake and cook with. So like your protein balls, anything like that. This is a great way to kind of be able to get both. Obviously, you probably all don't want to buy 2 kinds of protein, but that's my method behind that and why I do that. My rationalization. It was also buy one, get one half off. So look at this. So the isolate is a different kind of protein where you're going to take away a lot of the processing, and it's going to be processed to the point where there's very little dairy and more of that protein. So it breaks it down even further to an isolate protein. So you're getting less carb and less fat for a little bit more protein. So if you compare it to like the vanilla of the Core Power, you're going to see that the Core Power is a little bit more in calories because there's more fat and there's more carb because there's more dairy, I believe. And also, this is just broken down to that powder form. I always mix my protein powders with almond milk. I do the vanilla unsweetened. If you do sweetened, you're going to get a little bit more carb. A little bit of fat in here, but nothing too crazy. One other thing that I wanted to show you guys, I'm sure everybody's seen them, but if you haven't, this is the holy grail of desserts. So I actually am obsessed with these. They're rice cakes, but I mean, they're Quaker rice cakes. You've heard about them probably a million times. My favorite thing to do with these, as everyone that knows me knows, I like to take one of these and do a scoop of peanut butter with them. I have a peanut butter problem. So I use this now because if I use the Jif, it will not last in my home. This comes with the oil. So you see how it's kind of oily? You'll notice that the natural peanut butter is going to have that oil on the top. That's just mix it in, mix it up. It's going to be dry if you don't. Also be careful because it spills literally everywhere. All peanut butter is pretty much the same. You're going to get 16, I want to say anywhere from 16 to 19 grams of fat, anywhere from 5 to 8 grams of carbs, and then you've got a tiny bit of protein. One huge thing here to not confuse is peanut butter is not a primary protein source. It is a primary fat source. So make sure you're watching those numbers. So this would be a nice little dessert for me at night. If the Greek yogurt doesn't hit it, or if I'm hitting my protein or I'm a little bit over on protein, I'll go for one of these. And then the other thing that I really wanted to put in here that is also a nice little trick is going to be these lavash bread. 6 grams of protein, 60 calories. So if you flip it over, typically I'm doing like half of one, and that'll be maybe with my turkey and my cheese. Sometimes it's cut up bananas with a little bit of peanut butter. So again, the macros are pretty good. You're getting protein inside of a carb source, which is great. I'm not going to focus on too much on the net versus the regular carbs. Yes, it's important for fiber, but for the basis of what we're doing, we're going to focus on the total carbs, protein, and fat. So there you have it, people. That is a week or two. I'm a big 2-week grocery fanner. So I will go probably in another week or week and a half, unless I run out of certain things. I am at Wegmans every day. That's what I got. If you have any tricks, I will share this in the Facebook page, but add any little tricks that you guys have. Talk to you soon.